Hello everyone and welcome back to Allthemod 6. In this episode, I think the main focus will be trying to put some of this antimatter to use. We have some being made. We have at least enough to get this guy, the Antiprotonic Nucleosynthesizer. Pretty fun name. So yeah, we should be able to make this. What I'm going to do though is I'll start processing these things because I think some of these atomic alloys and control circuits take a while to make. So we'll order those. They should be getting made. In the meantime, there's a few things we can do. One thing is actually make the antimatter pellets using a chemical crystallizer. This should be pretty easy. There is one thing I want to do though, because to make the antimatter pellets, it's going to cost us 1 bucket of antimatter. No more, no less, right? Now we can use any extra pellets to make some other pretty cool things that we probably will in the future, but I think we'll leave those for the future. And now you might be wondering, like, okay, well, where's the issue in that? Well, if we go over here to our SPS, we don't have an exact amount. We have 2,951. I don't want that 951 antimatter going into the chemical crystallizer, so I don't really know what to do in that aspect. You know what we might be able to do, actually? I think you can use, oh, it's not called a pipette, is it? What's it called? It's called, here it is, a gauge dropper, or that's how I'm going to pronounce it. We might be able to just use one of these. I'm hoping. So, I guess we'll just connect it. We'll get our ultimate pressurized tube, and I guess slap it on top. Is that doing it? Nope. Do I have to? I probably have to set the config, right? Is this a slurry or a gas? I think it's a gas, isn't it? Input? Oh, yep, sure enough, it's cooking away. It actually had enough buffer power to, I guess, maybe not enough, but that's fine. We'll just get a flux point. Now, you might have also noticed, I had Woot open in the search bar before. It's probably not there anymore. But the plan there was, I think we can quite easily repair this. Obviously, this blew up when the reactor blew up. I've fixed up the platform. I've sort of fixed up this platform. We're missing a bit of endstone, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Now, if we whack the intern on this heart, and if we had chat open, it actually tells us what we need in chat. And one of those, right, was, oh, here we go, was this guy, the ingredient importer. Now, I think that's important because we still have that, which means it's possible that all of the blocks that we need are still here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's possible that we have all the ingredients still, all these blocks, and we just need to put it back together. Maybe? I don't really know. So I've got the intern. Let's see exactly how much we'll get built. Oh god, I do apologize for your ears. So it did use some of the blocks, but it's clearly, it needs a few more, so I guess I'll do the rest of that off camera, because that's a little bit annoying. I mean, we've made it all before. I'll just have to get the extra blocks. How's this guy going, though? Is he nearly done? We should have at least one antimatter at this point, I think. Yep, we have one. We're about to get the other one. And then I believe it will just stop. It won't do anything. There we go. So yeah, there's still 951. I think I can just click here. Yeah. So now we have 951 millibuckets of antimatter in our dropper. We can disconnect this again, I think. And that should be fine. Now, this guy hasn't been working for a while. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I do know why. Oh, yeah, and I was going to mention it in the last video. It's no longer the uranium. We have all this uranium oxide. It's the other ingredient, which requires fluorite. We're completely out of fluorite. So, yeah, that's just another mess that we're going to have to fix in a second. Okay, one thing at a time. Where do we want to put our antimatter thingy-majiggy? Where is it? It's on the side here. Our Antiprotonic Nucleosynthesizer. We can make it, so we should probably do that straight away. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm thinking we might put it over here. What I might do is, as you can see, we have these crafters still set up like this. We can essentially remove those crafters by using entangled blocks. And what that gives us is an extra 2 spots to work with. And why that's good is because then I can set up this this guy, right? I can place him in one of these places. So I might do that. I don't know if I'll do that off camera, but we'll do it. We'll get it done. We might do it on camera. It'll be fun. I only need, I think, 2 of these for now, so I can put the rest back. Oh, I would like my binder, but apparently I'm not allowed it. Okay. All right, well, it worked that time. So what I'm going to do is, I kind of want to move the stuff first. So, yeah, it's all coming together. So this guy, I'm going to break open. Going to grab all the patterns and stuff out from here. We're going to do one at a time. I'm going to pick up the multi-servo press. Hopefully, yep, he keeps his inventory. Then we're going to place him here. So we've just moved him over one. That's fine. We can entangle him. So shift right click with our entangled binder. This entangle mod I really love, by the way. It's very easy to use. Importer, make sure that it's set up normally. Yep, that should be fine. Break this. Okay, importer on the back. We should have the cables in our inventory to patch this back up. And that's all hooked up again. All we need to do is set up the auto crafting. So we can head back here to our little system that we have going on. I should be able to... how exactly do I want to set this up? You know, I think this will be fine. What I'm going to do is I'll place an entangled block, maybe here, right? Do I want it to get that messy? You know what? We'll expand out a little bit, but I'm pretty... Oh god, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. I want to make it look good, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll just go out this way, right? That should work. Entangled block here, then we right-click it, and that's going to entangle the block. So you can now see the multi-servo press is inside here. So what we need now is the crafter. Now, I was actually told I can place this guy, and if I had the wrench from refined storage, this guy, which I might be able to put in the morphing tool, or am I not? Oh, I can. Beautiful. What that means is I should be able to right-click this guy if I select the wrench, and he should... Yeah, look, he changes the side he's... Oh, we missed it, but it changes the side he's facing without us having to pick it up. So that works pretty well. So this guy is now going to get the inputs. That should be fine. And then I believe all I have to do is just connect it. And that should be working. Ooh, one more thing that I almost forgot is I will have to change the config for his sides. So at the moment, he is what? The output at the back's still fine, but that side input was for the crafter. So we're going to change that input to be at the top, because that's where we have the entangled block over there. So that guy's set up. I'm going to do the same for this. It's a pretty simple concept, and I kind of enjoy it. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy watching it. I don't know if that is exactly what's happening here, but hopefully. Place this here. We're going to do the same thing. Oh, input at the top. That should be fine. To clear these, by the way, like let's say you have it here, you can just shift click and it gets rid of it. If you shift click the middle, it will reset all the sides. So that should be fine. This guy again, does he have any configurations? Not really. We can break him. Move it over here. Perfect. And connect that back up. Beautiful. Okay. We're pretty much done. As you can see, this is pretty simple and it makes everything look so much more cleaner. So much more cleaner? So much cleaner. A little bit of both. Place this guy here. We have the crafter. Place him on top. Let's go ahead and wrench it. There it is. Place our stuff inside, and that's it automated. That's it working. Am I going to double check that it works? No. No, I'm not. What I'm going to do instead is just assume that it works, and then when we encounter an issue in the future, I'm going to be very confused. I think what I want to do now is almost set up auto crafting for this guy already. So I'm crafting a gold crafter, because I think that'll probably be good enough. Oh, actually, what just started up? Oh, I thought maybe one of our machines did. And what we're going to have is our Nucleosynthesizer. We'll place him here. How does he look? He might look pretty cool. Ooh. He wants to get energy from the back. I kind of want to let him do that, but I don't really know how to do that in a way that's visually appealing. I didn't think about that. You know what? I think it'll be fine. What we'll end up doing is probably attaching like an importer on the back of this, and I think that will take care of the the weird visual issue there. Okay. So how are we going to automate this guy? I'm not sure. I'm already thinking about just automating him from the start. Which I guess is fine. So we're going to connect this guy up. So now the crafter's working. That's fine. On the back here, I think I still want to have an importer. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary, but we might as well. And then let's go ahead and configure this. So we've opened him up. It's going to be confusing if I do it from behind. We'll do it from the front here. Open up the side config. Items we want to input from the right side, like so. And then we can clear these extra slots. On the back, we want it to output. So that's pretty much it. We can have, you know what? I don't think we need to auto eject, so we can just leave that as it is. As for gases, this is going to be the antimatter gas that we're getting. So this we want to input on the right as well. And just for, you know, just to make things a little bit better, we can clear the other side. So it's only going to input from the right. And that should be good. Energy, input from all sides, that should be fine. Okay. As you can see, actually, he takes a lot of power. You know what we need to do as well, just before we start doing anything else, is upgrade. Oh, at mech upgrade. Here we go. Energy, speed, gas. And is he actually going to take a gas upgrade? Let's see. Gas upgrades? No. In fact, it's the only one that gives you 64 in a stack. Really? Wow. The rest all do 8. So we can shift right click and apparently we can't actually put these in here. What? Really? Okay. So it still has an upgrade spot here, but oh, you can only put the muffling upgrade in if you want it to not make the sounds. Okay. Interesting. So I guess it goes at whatever speed it's going to go at. All right. So now we can sort of do the auto crafting, right? Boom, boom, boom. Now you might be wondering why I don't start with it wireless. I think it's easier and more maybe helpful for the viewer to watch me set it up next to it rather than running back and forth with the crafting recipes. So let's make some recipes, right? This guy, right? I don't really know the name. I think there's only, what, 8 recipes total? Because there's 2 on each of these pages. Why don't I just put all the recipes in? I feel like that's probably the best situation. What? No. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit weird. So these recipes by default appear to put in a basic chemical tank full of antimatter. That is not needed, quite clearly, if we look at this recipe. All it needs, allegedly, is 2 millibuckets of antimatter. Oh, it's because it shows it in here. Okay. Yeah. So all we do is we shift left click on this tank to remove it. Then we go into the fluids tab right here. And that's where it gets a little bit messy because we have to search up antimatter. We have to get the gas. Oh, is it not going to let me? Ooh. Normally you can drag it in. They're really not going to let me do that? How strange is that? As if I cannot do that. Normally you're able to drag in the liquid. I guess because it's a gas? Yeah. I guess that's how it's working. Okay. We can't automate this in the same way that I would have hoped. To be fair, though, I think this still works. Just without any of the gases or the liquids or anything. That recipe should work. Removing that. The reason being is we can just automatically have the antimatter going in 24/7, as opposed to per recipe. And that should be fine. So I'm going to do the rest of these. As you can see, I'm still making sure that I get rid of that tank, or otherwise I think that'll give you a world of trouble. But yeah, I'll get the rest of these. We'll chuck them in, and we'll figure out how we're going to get the antimatter to go in there. Maybe with some entangled blocks. Make sure you pay attention. Maybe with some entangled blocks. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alrighty, we're back over here. I have all the recipes, so I'll chuck them in there. And that's almost it. Let's first empty up a pet in here. How do we do that? Do I place it there? Yes. Okay, so now we've got the antimatter in the system. Let's do a test run. So what I should be able to do is search up one of these recipes. What's one that would be pretty cool to do? Like, what do we need here? I don't really know if we need anything that is here. I don't know. We could try tin to iron, I guess, just for an experiment. Let's search iron. Let's see if the recipe even shows up. Iron. Here we go. This stuff here. I'm gonna ask for 1. It's gonna use 1 tin, and it's gonna craft 1. So let's open it up. It should put a tin in here. That looked absolutely awesome. Oh, okay. Oh. What do I want to set it up for? What do we have the least of? Alright, do you know what? The tin to iron actually only uses 1 millibucket, so that's probably the best to do one of these like large-scale tests on. We're going to ask for a stack of iron, right? It's going to cost us some tin. Let's have a look. Because I think it's going to look cool. I'll be a bit quiet. As you can see, the server, I think, is not able to really keep up, I guess, maybe? It'll be interesting to check exactly how much, stress this machine does on the server. I don't think it would do much, but it is clearly lagging a little, and we're completely out of power. It makes a really cool noise, though. Like, you have to admit, the noise is pretty cool. I think what we might do is sort of cheat a little bit we're going to get a flux point and replace the cable that's under here, so that our energy cable, with a flux point hooked up to my output. And we should also be able to disable the limit. Wow. Okay. So it goes faster if you have more power. I think that was the problem. We didn't have power. It wasn't the server. Ooh. Oh, no, it's outputting, right? Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't get a 1-to-1 ratio, but no, we did. It's just the importer on the back is not the fastest thing. We put a stack upgrade in there if we wanted to. All right, so that's pretty cool. I don't necessarily know if we need it in our specific, like currently how we are. I don't know if we need that. Now, the interesting thing is, this machine, when I right-click on it, it has an item to gas section, which I don't understand why it's here. Oh, okay. No, I think I know. Maybe I don't. Because as you can see, it's showing all these machines are able to do this item to gas conversion. And the way that works, if I have another one, possibly this guy. Yeah, the way this works is like I put osmium in here, and it turns the osmium, in this case, to a liquid, but in some other machines, it turns it into a gas. So I'm guessing I could put physical antimatter in here, but I don't really know if I'm being honest, because it's showing osmium for some reason. No, I'm not sure. I clicked around a little and it didn't really go in. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm not really sure. The antimatter, it's pretty cool. It uses a lot of power, but there's honestly not that many recipes. The only one I'm thinking could be pretty good is this one to create UU matter. But the problem is I don't actually know how to get this unobtainium vibranium alloy ingot. Now, I'm pretty sure you do it with a Dragon Forge, but the problem is I'm not seeing the Dragon Forge recipe on here. So maybe the recipe's just not there anymore, or maybe do you make the block? Possibly? No. So yeah, I don't really know how to make this. As for the UU matter itself, what is this stuff used in? See, this is some fun recipes. Like you can just make all these ores. We wouldn't have to mine. Dimension builder, I think that's disabled on the server. Too many crashes. You can make logs, endstone. We actually do need that. Plastic. Ooh. I think we might want to get some UU matter. Some leather as well. That's not too bad. What are we thinking? What we could do as well is we could make wool, color it, and then put it into the antimatter thing. Okay. I like the UU matter. How do you make it? Yeah, so you can make it in this guy, or with spell infusion? No. What? Really? Recipe by mechanism? I'm very confused, because UU matter used to be in Industrial Craft, which ended up changing to be... I'm not actually sure. Do we have that mod in here? No. I don't think we do. Yeah, so honestly, I don't really know. I feel like possibly... have we reached near the end of this, I guess, line of mechanism that we've been doing? So obviously the antimatter is used and stuff. What is sort of worth getting? The pulsating black hole, this guy's used in the ATM star, so that's obviously what a few of these uses are going to be for. As opposed to everything else, though, like, the apiary is pretty cool, but if you remember, if we look at the apiary, we sort of hit a wall, right? We have... let me check what we have. Alright, we do have a tier 4 apiary. So if we go to tier 4 and see what it's used in the creative one. You know what? Actually, that's not too bad. It's not as bad as... maybe the centrifuge control is the difficult part. The compressed blocks of honey, I think that is a phenomenal amount, right? Like, that's an insane amount, to the point where we should probably, if we ever want that, start collecting it now, as opposed to these limited amounts. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe a supermassive QIO drive could be worth it. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm honest. But yeah, the other problem, though, is the centrifuge controller tier creative. Look at what it needs. 5 times iron, 5 times honey, and these are compressed blocks. So this guy is made out of 9 4 times compressed. These are made out of 9 3 times, 9 2 times, 1. You need a lot. In fact, I think I actually have... I had the recipes in here, didn't I? Centrifuge. Oh, no, you know what I probably did? So, look here. 5 times or one compressed block of gold that's been compressed 5 times, right? So that's 9, 4 times. So here we have some gold compressed. Let's see how much exactly is 9 of these 4 times to get the 5 times. Let's see. We would need, we currently have 3,400. We would need, what's that? 528,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's probably doable because I guess I haven't really been trying to get it. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with this episode. I feel like maybe this is going to be just a short episode. I'm trying to think of like something else to do, but I mean, we did what we wanted to do. We made some antimatter. We made this cool machine. Yeah. Oh, the other thing actually, just before, fluorite, right? Fluorite's a little bit tricky. I'm thinking we try and get the B for fluorite, because that's sort of what we've been doing. He's going to need redstone, which we have, but he needs tin. We don't have a tin B. This guy requires a stone B and a quartz B. Quartz B I think we should have, or we might have to go get one. But the stone B requires lava and cobble B, or a cobby, and I don't have that. And that's going to be a pain to get. So yeah, I mean, we're probably just going to have to do that in another episode. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that we figured it out. Fluorite. We could do the seeds. That's honestly extremely easy. That's why I don't like the seeds. Like, look at how easy this is. We just get 4 fluorite and we're done. Because this essence is like easy as anything to get. But yeah, I guess we'll end it here. Thank you guys for watching. In the upcoming episodes, I'm probably gonna maybe go back to the suggestion board thing. There's a few here that I haven't done, but I've sort of I found some things that I enjoyed doing, which were the reactors. So I sort of progressed in that pathline a bit as opposed to the suggestions. But I'm at the point again where I'm not really sure what to do. So I probably will go back here to try and do these things, unless I do the fluorite stuff, which means as well we might come over here and possibly change the look of this. I had a really cool suggestion, I think, from Skeletal Jacob, one of our donors. Oh, I forgot to do the donator thing. To make a silo. And I think that would look really cool. So we might do that, like build a silo around these. Possibly having to move them because it's a bit close. We'll see, though. As opposed to the... as opposed? I don't think that's the word I was looking for. But over here, there's been some changes. So there's a few signs here. The tower will no longer be developed, I guess, upwards, until we actually figure out how to fill those floors up. Which, that's probably a good idea. I mean, we're pretty... Before long, we'll reach the sky limit. If this server can get enough donations, you should do an event for everyone to celebrate the 100 plus episodes. If you have ideas for that, let me know in the comments. I'm not really sure what to do. It's pretty cool, though. If they come to 200 episodes, you should thank everyone who supported and that watched all your videos. Well, I mean, I would like to thank everyone who watched and supported me for the previous 100 videos, but yeah, I'll do my best to thank you guys in the future as well. If you need anything, just ask on Discord. That should be fine. Okay, I read that stuff earlier, so if it looked like I skimmed over it, that's probably why. So let's do it again. Let's thank the donators and the channel members. So I haven't checked today. So if today, or if like I guess yesterday when yeah, probably today when this video goes up, if you weren't in here, or if even in the future if you're not in one of these videos, I do apologize, and you should be in one of the later ones unless I have a video that's like scheduled. You know what I mean? But you'll get there. You'll get there. I promise. Thank you, Skeletal Jacob, for being a donator on the Discord. Thank you, Oathis, and Derpy Snow Luna, for helping build this. I think Derpy helped build this with the, it says here, didn't it? The Allthemodium. Scar obviously helped build, I think, this whole place, possibly. So thank you guys for that. Thank you, Oathis, again. Thank you to Mugs, a channel member, and to Coolest, also a channel member, and then the Rifty, who you'll notice is here twice because he is a channel member and a donator, and of course a friend of mine, which is, you know, icing on the cake. Obviously as well, I don't really say it in these videos, but JP Sama, or JP in the Discord, has helped out big time. I mean, these servers are being hosted by him. Extremely helpful. All of the issues, every time there's an issue, chances are he's the one who fixed it. And yeah, even the Discord, the way it looks now, it did not look that good before JP arrived. It looked a lot messier. So thank you. Thank you for that. You know what? We have a floor at the top that we need to go look at. Is there a basement? No. You always got to check. Oh. Here it is. Ooh. I kind of like this area. I guess, you know what? If you're in one of these lower levels... Oh, you know what? that looked like, yeah, these are chipped glowstones. I recognize that. Nice. If you're at this bottom floor and you would like to go to a specific floor in our hotel, the Tower of Donators, let me know which floor you'd like to reside on, and we can transfer your. They kind of look like tombs. We can transfer your, I don't know, what should we call them, podiums, to whatever level you would like. So do let us know. Thank you as well, the viewer, for watching. Helps me out quite a lot, seeing all the views. It's pretty ridiculous. These are last few videos, this last week pretty much has been insane. Like absolutely insane. Possibly my best week ever in the channel, which, I mean, ideally that's probably what I want. I want to constantly, like, each week should be the best week of the channel, but in the past we've sort of been slowly climbing. We're actually climbing pretty quickly nowadays, which is it's ridiculous. It fills me with joy every time I check out how the past video is doing, and it's doing pretty well. So yeah, thank you guys for the support, and you guys seem to be enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying making them. I'm rambling on a lot, so I do apologize for that, but yeah. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.